Hello Aquarius, and welcome back. And if you are new here, I love you already. So this is going to be a general reading for the month of July 2021. And as usual, we're going to do it in three parts. The first part, just have a look at your state of mind, where you're coming from, where you're headed to. Then we're going to have a look at your path through July. And then right at the end, we'll draw a couple of cards and get some advice from the universe for a little bit beyond then. Oh, and quickly, there's a new way you can support my channel. I now have a Buy Me a Coffee account. So if you feel like buying me a coffee, pop down. It's very quick and easy, one button, and off you go. You can also become a member if you want to do that. There's some extra goodies that'll come along with it. Let's get right into it. Aquarius. So, the card that represents you this month and your energy is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is, you being in kind of a soulmate place, And if you're single, that's looking for a soulmate. It can also mean that you're very happy in your own space, There's a lot of self-love going on. You're happy in your emotional state. You feel like you finally learning to love yourself. And if you're in a partnership, this is a month of strong bonding. Your challenge, Aquarius, is not to give away too much of yourself. Your challenge is your generosity, if that makes sense. So be wary of letting yourself be manipulated just because you have this love vibe going out. Be mindful of not being taken advantage of this month. In your heart space, I've got the Nine of Wands. And this is your relationships and relationships in general at the end of the day. So as much as you are in this space of self-love, I get the feeling that during this month, you're going to feel like there's just a piece missing, Like, and I think it ties up to this, not giving too much of yourself away. So there may be, you may be feeling like you're being used a little, but it's a small thing. It's like a one missing piece. It's one thing you want to work on this month. Because in your headspace, I have the Fool, and the Fool is you wanting to go on a new journey completely, and maybe it's to find this missing piece. So if you're single and you're in the Two of Cups kind of energy, for me it feels like you've got this self-love item ticked off, if you like. Okay, like you're finally happy in your own skin. Okay, but there's a piece missing, and your head is saying, well, let's go find that missing piece. Let's go on this journey. Let's open ourselves up. Let's take a leap of faith. So your head is like, let's go, baby. And your heart is, well, I'm not even sure what it is I want yet. Because where you're coming from, so the last couple of weeks, couple of months perhaps, is you felt in control. And perhaps you've been working really hard, focusing on practical stuff, on money, career, that kind of thing. And now your head is saying like, hey, I need something new. And so this element of control is kind of falling by the wayside. I don't want to say it's you out of control, but I do want to say is that that feeling of being in absolute control is kind of moving away. But I do see you in the near future kind of being inspiring to somebody or a group of people. So maybe your partner or somebody or the people around you have seen this control that you've had over the last couple of weeks, a couple of months, and attention's kind of being focused on you at the moment. So just be aware if if you want to take that leap of faith or whatever, that you'll have support from the people around you. Let's have a look at your path through June. Yeah. Okay, so the negative thoughts in your head, the doubts or the insecurities, you have the death card. And that is you being concerned that if you take a leap of faith, there's no going back. You're afraid that if you make this one big change, that you'll never be the same person again. And this is just an insecurity. So and I'll show you the other cards now. So yeah, this is just your fear of transformation, your fear of leaving something behind. If this is you breaking up with somebody, you're afraid that if you do, your life will change in such a way that you might not be happy again. But I don't think it's that. I think it's you really, really contemplating a leap of faith and a new change. And you're just afraid of you're afraid of the death of that part of your life, and what new thing will be born, and will you be happy with it? And the environment that you're in, we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is the universe saying to you, it's ready to look forward and not back. It's everything's kind of lined up for you to look forward, and for you to not turn around and see what you're missing. And it connects to this Fool card, which is this leap of faith. So the universe is saying that it's the right time. It's the right time to move forward. And then in your advice card is the universe is saying surrender. Surrender to this change. Take that leap of faith and surrender to the change, because it's going to release stuff inside of you that you never even knew existed. It's an amazing card to have here. And then as your provisional outcome, we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is you having to look at things completely differently. Like, it's as if you've been teleported into a new universe and it gets sat down and nothing looks the same, because you've taken this leap of faith. And you are going to be forced to look at things from a completely different angle. Yeah, that's amazing. There's a lot of major arcanas here, and they all have to do with change and release and transformation. So let's get a couple of clarifiers here for the end of July and perhaps beyond. So we have the Ace of Swords, which for me is the victory card, the other victory card in the pack. Though, there's two. There's the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords are the victory cards for me. But this carries a kind of proviso. You have to take the action. You have to take that leap of faith to see the victory. Okay, this requires you to do something. So this victory is not going to come until you take the action to make it happen. And when you do, things are going to come in quickly. This is a Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is like messages coming in quickly. It's opportunities rushing into you. A whole new thing coming from the future and coming to meet you. And then I have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is telling me that the change may be so big that you're going to find it difficult to leave what you were behind. Okay, but broken heart is always temporary, and it's not broken heart. It's kind of like grieving. You know, when things change, and changes can be even really small. Our body even goes through a grieving process, because when you change, it's like a piece of you is being left behind. It's like chopping off a piece of you and leaving it behind. And when you leave something of yourself behind, there's a grieving process. Even when you leave an abusive partner, it's like leaving a piece of yourself behind, and you still go through the grieving process. There's still that anger, there's still that denial. It can be like heartbreak, you know, even good change, because you have to leave something behind. Aquarius, I hope this makes sense to you. It's quite an awesome reading, and yeah, if it does resonate, you know, hit that like button, and yeah, that's that one there. And then also, you know, don't forget my coffee. I do love my coffee, and I will see you again soon.